Here now is Dr. P McCullough, internist cardiologist and epidemiologist. We're going to get to how the strong arm of the COVID law is coming after you in a moment. But first, the Washington Post just got its hands on internal CDC documents that say is leading to this updated guidance, Dr. McCullough. And the data claims that the Delta variant in a vaccinated person may be as contagious as with an unvaccinated person. But Doctor, you heard what Biden said today. If 100% of Americans get the vaccine, we're going to somehow stop the spread? How does that make sense given the data that's pouring in right now?
You know, we had four major things that evolved over the last few weeks. We had a wedding in Houston where everyone was vaccinated. We had a Democratic legislator, a plane flight from Texas to Washington. We had a British naval vessel where all the sailors were vaccinated. And in fact, in all of those circumstances, there were cases that emerged of COVID. And now a paper by Fahrenholt and colleagues from Baylor College of Medicine in Houston has demonstrated, indeed, patients who are fully vaccinated can actually acquire, carry, and transmit the Delta variant of COVID-19.
So when Biden goes out there and says, I'll repeat the question, if 100% of Americans get vaccinated, we're not going to have this problem. You won't have to be in masks.
Well,
what does that mean?
Israel has over 80% of people fully vaccinated. Right now, as of July 23rd, in the last week, over 5,000 cases, they have 84% of the cases are fully vaccinated. So it's clear we can't vaccinate our way out of this.
So, in other words, the therapeutics that you and I have discussed time and again, we have ivermectin being used all over the world with some pretty good results. Obviously, hydroxychloroquine with pretty good results. Dr. Smith's data on that is stunning. Vitamin D, being in better shape, early intervention. If you get COVID, if you're decently in decent health, you should be okay with it overwhelmingly. Again, that's the data. Is it not, Dr. McCullough?
It's true. We should be always focusing on the 1% of Americans who get COVID-19. High-risk seniors should get monoclonal antibody infusions and the sequenced drug approach that I've published on, and really help the world come up with an outpatient treatment for COVID-19. It reduces hospitalization and death by 85%.
Yeah, and the vaccine obviously has some positive effect on seriousness of illness, but it won't end the mandates that they came up with this week. There's no way, according to their ever-shifting metrics. All right, doctor, I have to get to this one. Now, one of the things that's come out of this entire COVID debate is the intimidation and retribution campaigns we've seen against medical experts. I'm talking about renowned experts who speak against the conventional wisdom. Now, Biden himself engaged in a little bit of this from the podium today. Watch.
But I want you to know that I'm going to continue to do everything I can to encourage the unvaccinated to get vaccinated. That includes addressing hesitancy and misinformation head on.
Now, almost in tandem with Biden's announcement, the Federation of State Medical Boards announced today that physicians and other healthcare professionals could be at risk, Dr. McCullough, of losing their medical licenses if they spread what they deem to be COVID-19 vaccine misinformation on social media, online, and in the regular media. Okay, Dr. McCullough, I understand that you too have been targeted. Tell us what happened to you regarding your professorship at Texas A&M.
Well, the same day that Baylor Scott and White announced that it was going to have a mass vaccination program, they slapped me with a lawsuit. And I can tell you, Baylor Scott and White Health System, I've been with them a long time. They're a first-class organization. My wife and I are major donors to the foundation. And I have never gone out in the media or in scientific meetings and falsely represented the organization or Texas A&M or any other university that I hold a position at. Like any other scientist, I'm giving my opinions based on the data. And you can tell I am pinpoint with these citations.
Yeah, so they're claiming that when you say that some of these other therapeutics may be helpful, there are breakthrough infections, which they've admitted there are a significant number of breakthrough infections and spread, that you're spreading misinformation and representing the university. Is that what Baylor and Texas A&M are claiming?
Yeah, they are basically trying to paint me as a vaccine skeptic. And I can tell you, I'm just reporting the data. Fact checkers check me, Laura, and I can tell you, Table 5 of the UK 19th variant report has shown 229,000 cases of Delta. I can tell you right now that 48% of them are fully vaccinated. Of the 460 who have died with Delta, 0.2% mortality rate. Of the 460, 65% are fully vaccinated. These data are pinpoint. Any fact checker can tell them. I'm just giving and trying to help America understand the pandemic.
Well, data doesn't lie if it's just presented fairly. Dr. McCullough, thank you.